YouTube, I'm back with another video. Before I get into this video, I do want to say I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend. Hope y'all show y'all mom great love, and hope y'all got showed great love. But anyways, let me jump straight into this video, talk about the healing stages after a breakup. And the reason why I do want to talk about this, because I feel like this is need to be talked about to see where CJ and Lexi is heading at in this relationship. I'm not saying that Royalty and CJ going to get back together. I just want to talk about the stages after a breakup and the things that you shouldn't do because you is putting yourself in a toxic situation. Now, we already know that the energy between Royalty and CJ has been very toxic and negative in the last few months. After CJ and Royalty broke up, CJ ain't really give himself no time to heal. He got a relationship with Royalty and he jumped straight into a relationship with Lexi, which is not a good thing. The reason why I say it's not a good thing because sometimes people get in another relationship to show that person, hey, I moved on, I don't want you, I don't like you, you no longer need it in my life. But sometimes them things be a front, because if your heart is not over that person, your mind is not over that person, but you could be physically in another relationship, but if your heart and mind is still on the other side of town, y'all know that song, it ain't gonna work. And I know that Royalty and CJ have been going through a lot, and I know a lot of y'all feel like Royalty's not gonna accept CJ back. He done took her through so much. At the end of the day, who is we to judge and who is we to say who ain't gonna take who back? It's their life, it's their personal business. That's the father of her kids. They've been together for 9 years. There's a lot of chemistry and memories there. But at the same time, if he do want to make it right with Royalty, CJ have to change as a person. He's not the baddest person in the world, but when CJ get mad and he get in his emotions, he tends to troll negatively about that family. And that's how I know when CJ speaks from an emotional point of view, because he did the same thing in 2021. He said a lot of hurtful things but end up being back with Royalty, so he didn't mean anything he said. But with this situation, he was so hurt. He was hurt because Royalty was interacting with other dudes. And I know a lot of y'all call Royalty the bitter baby mother. I call CJ the bitter baby daddy, because every time when Royalty was interact with somebody on Instagram, he would make a video or he'll make an Instagram post and say she for the streets. He was talking from a hurt place because he was not used to Royalty interacting with another dude. Same thing when the bottle got passed to her in that club. It was not about the bottle. It was not about CJ on 32. It was just about Royalty interacting with another dude. That's why he took the situation out of proportion, because he was in his feelings. Now, this leads to why you shouldn't date when you have a broken heart. Because if you still emotionally attached to your ex and everything your ex do bother you, it will ruin your new relationship. And we seen that pattern with CJ, how he constantly talk about Royalty. Now, I'm not calling Lexi a rebound chick, but it is what it is. She was used as a rebound chick to prove to the world that, hey, I moved on. I'm happy. I don't want Royalty. Royalty is for the streets. But I'm telling y'all, when the people are in their healing stages and they tend to forgive each other for the things that they went through, and they tend to counsel each other, and they tend to communicate a lot, them ill feelings tends to leave and their true emotions will come out. That's why you feel, I ain't gonna say feel, because a lot of y'all never been in a toxic relationship, but for the ones who know what I'm talking about, that's why you feel that energy between the baby mother and baby daddy still got something going on, because you know deep down inside that your mate is not done with their ex. You feel that type of energy. You feel it. And I know that Lexi somehow feel it. And to be honest, I feel like Lexi, you should not got in a relationship with a dude who just got out of a 9-year relationship. He was not looking for a relationship. CJ was looking for something to do. But you know, he don't know how to be alone. He said it himself, I do not know how to be alone. That's why he jumped from relationship to relationship. And that's a big problem, because now you damaging innocent people. Now you dragging innocent people into a toxic situation. And yes, he gave Royalty a Mother's Day shout out. And I was like, that was so sweet. Because now it's like CJ not being so negative towards Royalty anymore. He looking at Royalty in a more positive light, because that is his baby mother at the end of the day. And what did Royalty really do wrong to CJ besides keep the kids away? If she never did anything wrong to CJ but keep the kids away and he got his kids, why would he continue to be mad at Royalty? So now this comes to the healing stages, when you forgive and forget. Now your heart and mind is at war. You physically in a relationship with somebody else. Your heart telling you, I'm not ready for this person. But your mind, you know your mind plays tricks on you. Your mind tell you, oh, I don't want her, I don't need her. You in a relationship, but what do your heart say? Now that's why I say when you leave a relationship, you have to fully heal, because you cannot be in another relationship if you still broken. Because when you start healing and you know your feelings and your heart is still with that person, what would you do with that person you've been dragging along for months? Why? That's how people feel like they get played in a relationship. That's why people get involved in their feelings a lot. That's why ex-girlfriends always pop up out the blue, because that person, I ain't gonna say only girlfriend, ex-boyfriends pop up out the blue too. And when they no longer have this negative energy between them, they tend to comfort each other. They tend to communicate. They tend to go down memory lane. Now, if the hate and bad blood between Royalty and CJ was only about him not seeing his kids, and now that he see his kids, why do y'all think CJ hate Royalty? Royalty never cheated on CJ. Royalty never did anything bad to CJ, but crashed the car, y'all say. Other than that, Royalty always has been this great woman to this man. She always been that family value woman. She always did motherly duties to her kids. So why would CJ hate Royalty? And yes, like I said, CJ was speaking from an emotional point of view when he was trolling Royalty on social media. And yes, I know a lot of y'all saying Royalty got Rico. Royalty never said I'm dating Rico. Royalty and Rico could be putting on a show for y'all to get their views up, to give y'all something to talk about. That's the game I'd play if I was her too. Because since y'all want to be in my business, I give y'all some make-believe stuff to talk about. And I know a lot of y'all mad that, oh, CJ should never gave Royalty a shout out. Oh, CJ should never gave Royalty no flower. Y'all want this man to hate Royalty so bad, but he don't. CJ do not hate Royalty, trust me. Pay attention. 3 months later, come back to this video. When CJ fully healed, I'm telling you, that hate he had for Royalty would disappear. He only hate Royalty when he's so deep in his emotions, because he want her to feel what he feel. Yes, he's cheated. He cheated multiple times, and he thought, if I cheat this time, she will never leave me, because I cheated before she didn't leave me. I cheated before she came back. But, you know, like I said, when a woman fed up, they tend to walk away and teach you a lesson like, hey, you ain't finna keep playing with me like this. I know what I'm worth. And that's what Royalty did when she left the relationship, to teach CJ a lesson like, hey, you don't value me, so let me leave. And when she left, I'm telling you, CJ know that Royalty was a lot in his life. I understand that y'all troll Royalty and say Royalty was using CJ. Oh, she's a gold digger. But deep down inside, CJ knows the truth. And Royalty know the truth. That's why Royalty really never came on the internet to have to explain herself, because her and CJ and their mom, anybody in their background who know them, know the truth between them. We only see what they put out. That's it. We only see what they put out. Like y'all keep saying that, oh, CJ was ready to leave. He didn't want to talk to Royalty. He don't want to see Royalty. Trust me, you don't know what, y'all don't even know what this man be thinking. I'm telling y'all. Royalty has a forgiving heart. The reason why I say she has a forgiving heart, because if she can forgive somebody once, twice, and 3 times when they cheated, their heart don't hold hate. Their heart don't hold grudges. Now, with this situation, when you start to make her kids feel a type of way, she might hold something against you, but I'm telling you, when CJ fixed this situation with her and her kids, not just the twins, her other 3 kids, it would not be no negative bond between CJ and Royalty. And that's the healing stages in their life. At the end of the day, you never jump into a relationship when a person is healing and when a person is broken. You cannot fix broken people. Broken people can only fix themselves. So I'm not saying Lexi a rebound. I'm not saying Lexi wasted her time. I'm not saying that Lexi is a dummy. Lexi have to be careful when you dealing with a man who still latch on to their ex. And I'm not saying that Royalty and CJ going to be back together, but like I said before, when a person is not emotionally and mentally done with their ex, 9 out of 10 they tend to crawl back.